Really hard-fought game. A lot of respect for Konzo and his staff. They do a terrific job. Knew this one was going to be tough and was never comfortable over there because I've seen them go on runs kind of like they did against us tonight. So we're proud of our group, man. We have a good team. And happy Zach Cleveland finally got a triple-double. Questions?
There are two forwards, Palek and Osei Bonsu, combined for, 38 and 18 or something like that. How difficult is them as far as matchup go, especially when compared to other teams you see in the conference?
They're definitely unique, John. They got a 4 and 5 that can, it's really hard to, especially as small as we are, it's really hard to double them. But they were both a minus 15 for the game. So I thought our guys, we took advantage of what we couldn't do on that end, the defensive end. We may have taken advantage of them being on the defensive end. So I think there's some give and take when you're in a game like this.
The run that they had, where they trimmed that deficit they had with this 20-point Liberty lead, they fought their way back. Was that just an offensive slump? Was that a little sloppy with passing? What happened?
I'm not trying to get jammed up, Eddie. I don't know what happened when we got up 20. Like what was, again, it's part of basketball. Like I'll go Kelvin Sampson on you. When we don't score or turn it over and they score, the lead closes. Man, that's what was happening. And we have a really good offensive team, but just because you make a run and build a 20-point lead doesn't mean, and that's the expectation that I think this group gets, unfortunately, because at times we look really good, really fluid, and everyone thinks okay, well, that's how they got to play all the time. Well, nobody does that. So I not jammed up with the question, but they started playing really well and knocked down some shots and got some offensive rebounds, and we missed some shots and turned it over.
Hey, Coach, quick question. I know Zach Cleveland finished with a triple-double, but Beck Becker also scored 20 points. How important has his spacing, how important has his scoring been to this Liberty team?
Yeah, Brett's having a great year. I forgot your name.
I said how important has
No, I forgot your name.
Oh, Justin.
Justin, yeah, Justin. Brett's had a great year, man. He's a weapon out there. Not only can he shoot, but he can get it to the basket. He can finish. Great free throw shooter, and he's a much improved defender. So when you have those three on the floor at the same time, Colin, Caden, and Brett, usually creates some space for you because they are very consistent from range.
You spoke about your run, went on a 16-0 run, 22-2 to get up by 20. Similar to what happened at Delaware, what do you think can help kind of propel you guys to those runs and where you guys are, like you said, moving so fluidly and looking almost unstoppable in those movements?
Yeah, that's a great question. If I could bottle that, John, we would be undefeated. I just think there's an ebb and flow to the game. We had major foul trouble, so our substitutions got a little choppy. And again, when Osei Bonsu is down there and Palek, those are tough matchups for us. So I think this was the most fouls we had all year long. I felt like it. So I think for us, we got to keep value in each possession. And there were some really good things that we did out there. So I don't want the margin of victory to thwart what our guys accomplished today because Missouri State's a really good team.
22 assists for you guys, and it seemed consistent throughout the day. How much of that is the passing? How much of that is the guys knowing how to be in the right spot to make the play off the pass?
Eddie, we're selfless. Our group, they rarely do you think as a coach on this staff if someone playing for just themselves. So I think the unselfish nature that these dudes were raised with and coached with, I think we're the benefactor of that. And they'll give up their own for someone else's betterment, and that's characteristic of our group, and really blessed to be a part of a room like that.
First team in Conference USA to start 12-0 since Memphis over a decade ago. I know you're worried about the next game and playing better in March, but how can you quantify what this team has done this last 14 games?
Yeah, John, hard to quantify because I don't think about it. Kyle said something in there about the standard that this group has set from the first year in Conference USA and the last, I don't know how many games. I think Kennesaw is our last loss in the league, and to be in a league that has the coaching quality and the the excellence in the different recruits on different rosters to have won that much, I just feel really grateful for.
Colin in particular, people may look at the stat sheet and didn't necessarily jump off with 10 points, but how big was he down the stretch defensively, in particular with the steal, but the rest of the stuff he did that doesn't show up in the stat sheet that really.
Yeah, I'm just used to that. You know, if you've been around here long enough to know, like, yeah, I say he's as unheralded as a point guard as there is in America, and he just does so many little things, and will always sacrifice. He's a true point guard. He always sacrificed for hours. But the steal at the, what was it, 7-second mark, I think, that was big time. That was just straight toughness.
You guys were able to get another conference win. How were you guys able, through the wear and tear, through the travel, to be able to come and win consistently?
Yeah, just we take one game at a time. I know it's coach speak, but like the last thing you can do in this league is look so far ahead. And we're not invincible. We know that. So we're searching for improvement every night out. Because like when we get to Huntsville, that's the true telltale sign of like how ready you are. So I just think our guys have this commitment to what you do every day being more important than what you do every once in a while. And I think they take each game for the life that it has of its own.
10th largest crowd in arena history. How much did
Man, great. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Our crowd was phenomenal. Hey, Flames Nation, Boston, make sure you get this on film. Flames Nation shout out. That was big time. And again, Bill would tell you the stats of what our record is at home. But when it's packed and energized like that, I'm telling you that has a great propensity to propel us to victory.